Tonight, we are going to take a journey together, a quiet journey, through the hidden rhythms of your own mind. You might be lying in bed right now, or curled up on a couch in the dark. Maybe the day was long, full of decisions and voices and screens. Or maybe it was gentle, but you are ready now to let it all drift away. Whatever brought you here, you are welcome. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember. This is simply a space where you can rest and listen and let go. Inside your brain, beneath all the thoughts and feelings and memories, something quiet is always happening. Tiny electrical signals, moving through billions of cells, like whispers passing through a vast city at night. These signals form patterns, gentle waves that rise and fall, speed up and slow down, depending on what you are doing, or dreaming, or feeling. Scientists call them brain waves, and tonight, we are going to float on those waves together. We will move slowly from the busy patterns of the waking day, down through softer rhythms, all the way to the deep, slow waves of sleep. You do not need to stay awake for all of it. In fact, it is perfectly okay, even beautiful, if you drift off somewhere along the way. These words will keep going, like a gentle current beneath you, whether you hear them or not. So take a breath, let your body settle, and know that you are safe here. Let us begin. Your brain is made of something close to 86 billion neurons. Each one is a tiny living cell, reaching out with delicate branches to touch thousands of other neurons. When a neuron sends a signal, it releases a pulse of electricity, a tiny spark that travels down its branches and jumps to the next cell. One spark, then another, then thousands, then millions. It happens so fast and so constantly that it creates a kind of hum. Imagine a city at night from high above. You cannot see individual people, but you can see lights turning on and off, cars moving along the streets, the whole place breathing and shifting. Your brain is like that city. If you could listen to all those electrical signals at once, you would hear rhythms. These rhythms, these patterns, are what we call brain waves. They are not sound waves, and they are not like ocean waves made of water. They are waves of synchronized electrical activity, moving through large groups of neurons that happen to fire together. Scientists discovered these waves almost 100 years ago. They used a device called an electroencephalogram, or EEG, which places small sensors on the scalp to detect the faint electrical fields generated by the brain. The EEG does not hurt, it simply listens, and what it hears are waves. Some waves are fast, quick little ripples that appear when you are alert and thinking hard. Some are slow, rolling and deep, like the breath of the ocean on a calm night. Your brain does not make just one kind of wave at a time. It is always a blend, a mix of different rhythms layered together, shifting as you move through your day and your night. But we can talk about the main patterns, the main bands of frequency that show up again and again in different states of mind. There are 5 that researchers talk about most often. Delta waves, the slowest, connected to deep, dreamless sleep and healing. Theta waves, a bit faster, linked to drowsiness, daydreaming, and the strange, creative space between waking and sleep. Alpha waves, calm and smooth, the rhythm of relaxed wakefulness, of closing your eyes and letting the world soften. Beta waves, quicker still, the busy hum of focus and conversation and problem solving. And gamma waves, the fastest flickers, sometimes connected to moments of insight or the binding together of information from different parts of the brain. Do not worry about remembering these names or the numbers. The details do not matter right now. What matters is the feeling, the sense that your mind is not a fixed thing, but a living process that flows and changes. And tonight, we are going to follow that flow from the faster patterns of the day, down, down, toward the deep, quiet rhythms of rest. Let us start where most of us spend much of our waking time, in the land of beta waves. Beta waves are the patterns of an alert, engaged mind. They vibrate quickly, with frequencies somewhere between about 12 and 30 cycles per second. That might sound technical, but you know the feeling. Beta is the state you are in when you are reading an email and deciding how to respond, when you are listening to someone talk and forming your reply at the same time, when you are navigating traffic or solving a problem at work, or scrolling through a screen full of headlines. Beta is focus. Beta is planning. Beta is the mind moving quickly from one thing to the next. There is nothing wrong with beta waves. They are necessary, useful, even beautiful in their way. Without beta, we could not have conversations. We could not learn new skills, or organize our days, or make sense of all the information pouring in from the world around us. But beta is also the state of worry, of mental chatter, of lying in bed with your eyes closed, while your brain keeps looping through tomorrow's tasks, or replaying something someone said 3 hours ago. In the modern world, beta tends to stretch out longer than it used to. Our screens keep us in that alert, responsive mode, even late into the evening. Notifications pull us back into focus, just when we were starting to soften. And so many of us end up spending most of our waking hours in some version of beta, fast patterns, quick thinking, constant small decisions. It can feel like mental noise after a while. The good news is, your brain knows how to slow down. It wants to slow down. When the conditions are right, when the light dims and the tasks fall away and the world grows quiet, the faster rhythms begin to ease. Beta starts to fade, and something softer appears. Alpha. Alpha waves sit in a gentle middle space. They are slower than beta, with frequencies between about 8 and 12 cycles per second. But they are not the waves of sleep. They are the waves of calm wakefulness. Alpha is what your brain does when you close your eyes at the end of a long day and just sit for a moment. When you stare out the window of a train, watching the landscape blur by, not thinking about anything in particular. When you finish a task and let yourself pause, really pause, before moving on to the next thing. Alpha has been called the bridge between the conscious and the unconscious. It is relaxed, but still aware, soft, but not asleep. People who meditate regularly often show strong alpha rhythms when they close their eyes and settle into stillness. Artists and writers sometimes report that their best ideas come when they are in a relaxed, open state, not forcing anything, just letting the mind wander gently. That is alpha. Alpha also appears naturally at certain times of day. In the morning, just after you wake up, but before you fully engage with the world, there is often a window of alpha. And in the evening, as the sun sets and the house grows quieter, alpha can rise again if you let it. But many of us push through that window. We turn on bright lights, we check our phones, we keep the beta patterns running, and then we wonder why it is hard to fall asleep later. Alpha is a gift. It is your brain's way of saying, you can rest now. You do not have to be on high alert anymore. When you are in alpha, stress hormones tend to decrease. Your heart rate may slow a little. Your breathing deepens. The mental chatter starts to quiet. Not gone, but softer, like voices heard from another room. If you spend a few minutes in alpha before bed, your transition into sleep becomes smoother. The nervous system shifts from sympathetic activation, the fight or flight mode, into parasympathetic calm, the rest and digest mode. Alpha is the doorway, and if you walk through it, if you give yourself permission to linger there, you will find yourself drifting into an even slower state. Theta. Theta waves are slower still. They move at about 4 to 8 cycles per second. Theta is the rhythm of drowsiness, of half sleep, of that strange liminal space where you are not quite awake and not quite dreaming, but somewhere beautifully in between. You have felt theta many times. It is the feeling you get when you are lying in bed and your thoughts start to drift into images that do not quite make sense. When you are on a long car ride and you suddenly realize you have been staring out the window for 10 minutes without thinking about anything at all. Theta is daydreaming. It is the mindset free from logic and sequence. In theta, the boundaries between ideas become softer. Things that seemed unrelated during the day suddenly connect in unexpected ways. This is why theta is often linked to creativity. Not the focused, deliberate kind of creativity that happens in beta, but the surprising, intuitive kind that bubbles up when you are not trying. Musicians sometimes say their best melodies come when they are just waking up or just falling asleep. Writers talk about images arriving fully formed in the twilight between waking and dreaming. That is theta speaking. Theta also plays a role in memory. During theta states, the brain may be processing experiences from the day, sorting through what to keep and what to let go. It is a kind of internal reorganization happening quietly beneath the surface of awareness. Children spend more time in theta than adults do. This may be one reason why childhood feels so dreamlike when we look back on it. Why time moved differently then. As we grow older, we tend to spend more time in beta and less in theta. We learn to stay focused, to stay on task, to push through the drowsy moments. But theta never goes away completely. It waits for us every night as we begin to fall asleep. Theta is the first stage of sleep, the brief passage between waking and true rest. In this stage, your muscles start to relax, your breathing slows, your heart rate drops. You might experience little twitches or sudden jerks as the body lets go of the day's tension. Images flicker behind your eyelids. Thoughts drift in and out, like clouds moving across a darkening sky. Some people find theta uncomfortable. They feel themselves starting to slip away, and they pull back, suddenly alert again. This can happen when the mind is still holding on to something, a worry, a task, an unresolved feeling. The body is ready to sleep, but the mind is not quite ready to let go. If that is happening for you right now, it is okay. You do not have to force anything. Just notice the feeling and let it be there. Theta will come when it is ready. For now, just listen. Just breathe. Just let the words wash over you like water moving over stones. And when you do slip into Theta, when you feel that soft dissolving of the boundary between here and somewhere else, trust it. It is not a void. It is a passage. And on the other side is the deepest rhythm of all. Delta. Delta waves are the slowest brain waves we know. They roll at less than 4 cycles per second, sometimes as slow as half a cycle per second. They are the waves of deep, dreamless, restorative sleep. When your brain is making mostly delta waves, you are far from the waking world. You are not thinking. You are not aware of time passing. You are simply resting. Delta sleep is the sleep that heals. During these slow, deep waves, your body does the work of repair. Cells regenerate, tissues mend, the immune system strengthens. Hormones are released that support growth and recovery. Toxins are cleared from the brain through tiny channels that open more fully during deep sleep. This is not just rest. This is renewal. Without enough delta sleep, the body struggles. You might wake up feeling tired, even if you slept for many hours. Your muscles might ache. Your mood might feel fragile. That is because the lighter stages of sleep, the theta and alpha stages, are not enough on their own. You need delta. You need to sink all the way down into the quiet depths, where nothing is asked of you. Delta sleep tends to happen more in the first half of the night. In the early hours after you fall asleep, your brain cycles through stages, first theta, then deeper into delta. You might stay in delta for 20 or 30 minutes, or even longer. Then the pattern shifts, and you rise back up into lighter sleep for a while. Then down again into delta, up and down like breathing. As the night goes on, the delta periods tend to get shorter, and another pattern begins to appear more often. A different kind of sleep. A sleep where the brain becomes more active again, but the body stays deeply relaxed. This is REM sleep. Rapid eye movement sleep, the sleep of dreaming. In REM sleep, the brain waves look almost like waking patterns, faster rhythms, similar to beta or theta, moving quickly across the cortex. But your body is essentially paralyzed, held in a state of deep muscle relaxation so that you do not act out your dreams. Only your eyes move, darting back and forth beneath your closed eyelids. REM sleep is where most vivid dreaming happens. It is a strange state. Your brain is busy, processing emotions, replaying experiences, creating narratives that feel real in the moment, but dissolve into nonsense when you wake. Some researchers think REM sleep helps us integrate emotional experiences, to work through feelings we did not fully process during the day. Others think it is involved in learning and memory consolidation, especially for complex or creative tasks. Whatever its purpose, REM sleep is essential. Animals deprived of REM sleep show signs of stress and cognitive impairment. Humans who do not get enough REM often feel emotionally raw, irritable, unable to focus. But when REM is allowed to unfold naturally, night after night, the mind stays flexible. Dreams come and go. Some you remember, most you do not. And in the morning, you wake feeling more whole. So the full night of sleep is not just one thing. It is a journey through different states, different rhythms. From waking beta, down through alpha, into theta, sinking into delta, then rising back up into REM, then down again into delta. 4 or 5 cycles through the night, each one lasting about 90 minutes, and all of it guided by brain waves, by the changing electrical rhythms of billions of neurons, finding their way through the dark. Now let us pause for a moment. Let us think about what this means for your life, for the way you move through your days and nights. Imagine a typical morning. You wake up slowly, maybe to an alarm, maybe to sunlight. At first, your brain is still in delta or theta, slow and quiet. Then gradually, as you open your eyes and start to move, alpha waves rise. You are awake, but not yet fully engaged. If you give yourself a few minutes in this state, if you do not immediately reach for your phone or jump into a task, your nervous system has time to ease into the day. But if you start scrolling or checking messages right away, beta kicks in fast. Your brain shifts into alert mode before it has had a chance to fully wake up, and you might feel a subtle tension, a kind of low-level stress that stays with you for hours. Throughout the morning and afternoon, you are mostly in beta, working, talking, solving problems, making decisions. Your brain is humming along at a quick pace. This is fine, for a while. But if you stay in beta all day without breaks, the pattern starts to wear on you. Mental fatigue sets in. Concentration becomes harder. Little frustrations feel bigger than they are. This is why breaks matter. Not just breaks where you switch tasks, but real breaks. Moments where you step away from the screen. Close your eyes for a minute. Let your mind go soft. In those moments, alpha can rise again. Just a few minutes of alpha, scattered through the day, can help reset your nervous system. It gives your brain a chance to consolidate what you have been learning, to clear out some of the mental clutter. Then, as evening comes, ideally, the world around you begins to slow down too. The light dims, the tasks fall away. You finish dinner, you put things down, you let yourself settle. This is when alpha should naturally increase. But in the modern world, evening is often when we turn on all the lights, stare at bright screens, keep our brains busy with news and social media and entertainment. We stay in beta, and then we wonder why we cannot fall asleep when we finally lie down. The brain needs time to transition. It cannot jump from beta directly into delta. It has to move through alpha first, then theta, then finally into deep sleep. If you skip those steps, if you keep your brain revved up until the moment your head hits the pillow, the transition takes longer. You lie there, eyes closed, body tired, but your mind still racing, still churning through thoughts and worries and images from the screen. This is not insomnia, exactly. It is just a mismatch between what your brain is doing and what you are asking it to do. The solution is not complicated, but it does require a shift in how you spend the last hour or two before bed. Dim the lights, not completely dark, but softer than daytime. Turn off screens, or at least put them in night mode, or step away from them entirely. Do something slow. Read a book made of paper. Listen to quiet music. Take a warm bath or shower. Sit in a comfortable chair and just breathe. These are not just nice ideas. They are ways of giving your brain permission to shift its rhythms, to move from beta into alpha, and eventually into theta, to prepare for sleep, not by forcing it, but by allowing it. And once you are in bed, in the dark, with your eyes closed, the process continues on its own. Theta rises. Thoughts become looser, less linear. You might notice yourself drifting, coming back, drifting again. And then at some point, without deciding to, you slip into delta, into sleep. This is the natural rhythm, the flow that your brain wants to follow every single day if you let it. But there is one more pattern we have not talked about yet. A fast one, a mysterious one. Gamma. Gamma waves are the fastest brain waves we can measure. They oscillate at frequencies above about 30 cycles per second, sometimes as high as 100 or more. They are brief, flickering, hard to detect and even harder to study. Researchers are still trying to understand what gamma waves really do. Some studies suggest that gamma appears during moments when the brain is pulling together information from many different areas at once. For example, when you recognize a face, your brain has to integrate data about shape and color and emotion and memory all at the same time. That kind of rapid integration might involve gamma. Other research has linked gamma to moments of insight, to the experience of suddenly understanding something, of having an aha moment. Meditators who have practiced for many years sometimes show unusual gamma activity, even during deep states of calm. This has led some people to suggest that gamma is connected to heightened awareness, or even transcendent experiences. But the truth is, we do not know for sure. Gamma is still a bit of a mystery, and that is okay. Not everything about the brain has been figured out. There is still room for wonder, for now. What matters is this. Your brain is capable of many rhythms, fast and slow, alert and restful, focused and dreamy. And all of these rhythms, all of these waves, are part of what makes you, you. They shift and blend and change throughout the day and night. They respond to what you do, where you are, how you feel, and when you understand them, even just a little, you can work with them instead of against them. You can give yourself permission to slow down in the evening, to spend time in alpha before expecting your brain to sleep. You can take breaks during the day to let beta ease off for a moment. You can protect your delta sleep by creating a dark, quiet, cool environment at night. You can honor the rhythms instead of fighting them. And when you do, sleep comes easier. Days feel less overwhelming. Not because anything magical happened, but because you are living in alignment with how your brain actually works. Now let us talk about stress. Because stress, chronic stress, has a way of disrupting these natural rhythms. When you are under pressure, when you feel threatened or overwhelmed, your nervous system shifts into what is sometimes called fight or flight mode. Hormones like adrenaline and cortisol are released. Your heart rate goes up. Your muscles tense. Your brain shifts into high beta, fast, vigilant, scanning for danger. This is a survival response. It is meant to be temporary. In an emergency, it helps you think fast and react quickly. But in modern life, the stressors often do not go away. Work pressures, financial worries, relationship tensions, a constant stream of bad news from around the world. Your nervous system stays activated day after day, and your brain stays stuck in high beta. When this happens, the other rhythms have a harder time emerging. Alpha does not rise as easily. Theta feels distant. Delta sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. You might lie awake at night, exhausted, but unable to turn your mind off. Or you might fall asleep quickly, but wake up several times, never sinking into deep rest. This is not a failure. It is not something wrong with you. It is just what happens when the nervous system is stuck in overdrive. And the solution is not to try harder to sleep. The solution is to give your nervous system what it needs to calm down. That might mean setting boundaries with work, turning off notifications for certain hours of the day. It might mean spending time outside, where the light is natural and the pace is slower. It might mean talking to someone, a friend or a therapist, about what is weighing on you. It might mean moving your body, not in a frantic way, but in a way that feels good. Walking, stretching, dancing in your living room to a song you love. It might mean practicing some form of intentional calm. Meditation, deep breathing, yoga, sitting quietly with a cup of tea and watching the light change as the sun sets. These practices do not fix everything. They are not magic. But they do give your brain a chance to shift out of high beta and into alpha or theta. And that shift, repeated over time, can help retrain your nervous system to remember that it is safe to rest, that not everything is an emergency, that you can let go. There have been studies on people who meditate regularly. When researchers measure their brain waves during meditation, they often see an increase in alpha, sometimes theta as well. The meditators are awake, fully conscious, but their brains are generating the slower rhythms usually associated with rest. Over time, with consistent practice, this seems to become easier. The brain learns to access those states more readily. And outside of meditation, in daily life, people who practice regularly often report feeling less reactive, less caught up in stress, more able to pause, to breathe, to respond instead of reacting. This may be because their baseline brainwave patterns have shifted slightly. Less time in high beta, more time in the calmer frequencies. Again, this is not magic. It is not a cure for all of life's difficulties. But it is real, measurable, something you can cultivate if you choose to. And you do not have to sit in silence for an hour every day to see some benefit. Even 5 minutes of intentional breathing in the morning or before bed can help. Even a short walk without your phone, just you and the sky and the trees, can invite alpha in. The key is regularity. Doing something, however small, that signals to your nervous system that it is okay to slow down. Now let us imagine your brain over the course of a full day. Let us walk through it slowly, like a story. It is morning. The first light is just beginning to filter through the curtains. Deep in your brain, the patterns are shifting. Delta is fading. Theta rises. You are not fully awake yet, but you are no longer deeply asleep. Maybe you are dreaming. Brief fragments of images and feelings that do not quite make sense. Then, slowly, you begin to surface. Your eyes open, alpha waves increase. You lie there for a moment, not thinking about anything in particular, just feeling the warmth of the bed, the weight of the blanket. This is a precious window. Your brain is soft right now. open, receptive. If you reach for your phone immediately, if you flood your mind with notifications and news and messages, beta surges in. But if you take a few minutes to just be, to stretch gently, to breathe, alpha lingers, and the day starts from a calmer place. You get up, make coffee or tea. The morning light is soft, not too bright. Your brain is gradually waking up. Beta waves beginning to appear as you start to think about the day ahead. You eat breakfast, maybe you talk to someone, or read something, or just sit quietly. Beta rises, but not too sharply. You are alert, but not stressed. Then you start your day's work or activities. Now beta is in full swing. You are focused, making decisions, solving problems. Your brain is quick and engaged. This is good. This is what beta is for. Hours pass. At some point, maybe mid-morning, you take a break. Step outside for a moment. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Alpha rises briefly. Your nervous system resets. Then back to work. Beta again. Afternoon comes. There is a natural dip in energy around mid-afternoon for many people. Your brain is starting to tire of the fast rhythms. If you can, take another break. Go for a walk. Sit somewhere quiet and just let your mind wander. Theta might appear briefly, that drowsy, daydream feeling. It is not laziness. It is your brain asking for a moment to consolidate and rest. Then the afternoon continues. Beta returns, but maybe a little softer now. By evening, the light is fading. The day's tasks are winding down. This is when your brain naturally wants to shift. If you honor that, if you dim the lights, turn off the screens, do something slow and quiet, alpha begins to dominate. You eat dinner. Maybe you talk with family or friends. Maybe you read or listen to music. The pace is slower now. Beta is fading. Alpha is steady and calm. Then it is time for bed. You go through your evening routine, brush your teeth, change into comfortable clothes. The lights are low, the house is quiet. You lie down, close your eyes. At first, alpha is still present. You are relaxed, but aware. Then gradually, theta begins to rise. Your thoughts become less structured. Images drift through your mind. You might feel your body twitch or jerk slightly as muscles release their tension. You are on the edge of sleep now. And then, without deciding to, you slip over the edge. Theta deepens. Delta appears. Your brain waves slow down, 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 until they are rolling gently like the breath of a sleeping ocean. You are in deep sleep now. Your body is still. Your breathing is slow and even. Your heart rate is low. Delta waves are moving through your brain, carrying you into the deepest rest. This is where healing happens. Cells repair themselves. Memories are processed and stored. Toxins are cleared away. Your immune system does its quiet work. You are not aware of any of this. You are simply gone. After a while, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, the pattern shifts. Delta fades a little. Theta returns. You rise back up into lighter sleep. You might move, shift position, adjust the blanket. Then, if the conditions are right, you sink back down into delta. This cycle repeats several times through the night. Delta, then lighter sleep, then delta again. And later in the night, as the hours pass, REM sleep begins to take up more space. Your brain becomes more active, faster waves appear, but your body stays deeply relaxed, held in that strange paralysis so you do not act out your dreams. Images and stories unfold in your mind, some bizarre, some emotional, some beautiful. You will remember only a few, if any, but all of them are part of the brain's process of sorting and integrating the day. Then, as morning approaches, the cycles become lighter. Less delta, more theta, more REM, until finally, you begin to wake. Delta is gone, theta lingers for a moment. Then alpha rises as you open your eyes and greet the new day, and the cycle begins again. This is the rhythm of a human life. Day and night, waking and sleeping, fast waves and slow waves, alert and restful, busy and quiet. It is built into you. And when you live in harmony with it, when you give each rhythm its time and space, everything feels a little easier. Not perfect, not without challenges, but easier. There is one more thing worth talking about. The way that modern technology is starting to interact with brainwaves. Scientists have developed devices that can not only measure brainwaves, but also influence them. One approach is called neurofeedback. In neurofeedback, you wear sensors that detect your brainwaves in real time. The information is displayed on a screen, often as a game or visual feedback. When your brain produces a certain pattern, say more alpha and less beta, the game responds positively. Over time, with practice, some people learn to shift their own brainwave patterns intentionally. This has been used to help people with anxiety, ADHD, insomnia, and other conditions. It is not a magic cure, and it does not work for everyone. But for some, it offers a way to gain more control over their mental states. Another approach involves sound. Certain rhythms and frequencies of sound can influence brainwave patterns. For example, slow, steady drumming or tones can encourage the brain to produce more theta or alpha. This is sometimes called entrainment. The brain naturally tends to synchronize with rhythmic patterns in the environment. People have been using rhythm and sound to alter consciousness for thousands of years. Drumming in ritual, chanting in ceremony, music for meditation or trance. Now we understand a little more about why it works. The rhythms interact with the brain's own rhythms. They invite certain patterns to emerge. There are apps and recordings designed specifically for this purpose now. Some use binaural beats, where slightly different frequencies are played in each ear, and the brain creates a third frequency in response. Others use isochronic tones or ambient soundscapes. The idea is the same, to gently guide the brain toward a desired state. Alpha for calm, theta for creativity, delta for deep sleep. Does it work? For some people, yes. For others, not as much. It depends on many factors. How receptive you are, how much practice you have with internal awareness, how well the frequencies match your brain's natural rhythms. But even if the effects are subtle, there is something valuable in the attempt. In taking time to listen, to be still, to give your brain an invitation to slow down. The tools are just tools. What matters more is the intention behind them, the choice to prioritize rest, to honor the need for slower rhythms, to treat your mind and your nervous system with kindness. And you do not need any special technology to do that. You can do it right now, just by breathing, by closing your eyes, by letting go, just a little. So let us do that together. Let us spend some time, not learning anything new, not trying to remember or understand, just resting, just floating on the gentle waves of your own mind. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Notice the weight of your body. Wherever you are lying or sitting, feel how the surface beneath you is holding you up. You do not have to hold yourself. You can let go. Another breath in and out. If your mind is busy, if thoughts are racing, that is okay. You do not have to make them stop. Just notice them, like clouds passing across the sky. Let them move. Your brain is shifting right now. Slowly, gently, moving away from beta. Alpha is rising. You might feel a softness, a loosening, muscles relaxing, breathing deepening. The world outside is still there, but it feels farther away now. Another breath, in and out. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, just here, just now. Let your eyes stay closed. Let the darkness behind your eyelids feel safe. Let it hold you. Theta might be appearing now. That drowsy, drifting feeling, like floating just beneath the surface of a warm, quiet lake. If you fall asleep, that is perfect. If you stay awake, that is perfect too. There is no wrong way to be right now. Just breathe. Just rest. Just let the waves carry you. Your brain knows what to do. It has been doing this your whole life. Every night, moving through the rhythms. Beta to alpha, alpha to theta, theta to delta. Down, down, into the quiet depths. And then back up again in the morning, rising and falling, like breathing, like waves. There is a kind of trust in this, a trust in your own body, your own brain, your own capacity to rest. You do not have to force it. You do not have to control it. You just have to allow it. And that allowing, that letting go, is one of the deepest skills you can cultivate, not just for sleep, but for life. The ability to release, to soften, to trust that you will be okay, even when you are not in control. Another breath, slow and gentle, in and out. The room around you is quiet, the night is dark, and you are safe. Your brain is slowing down now. Delta might be starting to appear. Those deep, slow, rolling waves, the waves of healing, the waves of renewal. You do not need to do anything. Just be here. Just rest. Let your thoughts drift away. Let the day dissolve. Let everything soften and blur. There is no urgency, no deadline, no pressure. Just the quiet, steady rhythm of your own breathing, in and out. The waves are moving through your brain right now. You cannot see them, but they are there. Billions of neurons, firing in patterns that shift and change and flow. Each wave is different. Each one has its purpose, and all of them together make you who you are. The alert you, the relaxed you, the dreaming you, the deeply sleeping you. All of these are real. All of these are necessary. And right now, in this moment, the sleeping you is starting to emerge. Quiet, still, at peace. Let it come. Do not push it away. Do not hold on to wakefulness out of habit or fear. Just let the waves carry you, down, down, into the soft darkness. Your body is heavy now, so heavy, like it is sinking into the bed, sinking through the mattress, through the floor, down into warm earth. Safe, held, at rest. And your mind, your busy, beautiful mind, is finally starting to quiet. The thoughts are farther apart now, slower, softer. Until there is just space, wide, open, gentle space, and in that space, you can rest. The delta waves are here now, slow, deep, rolling through your brain like the tide coming in at night, washing over everything, smoothing everything out. Your heart is beating slowly. Your breath is soft and even. Your muscles have let go of their tension. You are in the deepest rest now. And here, in this place, your body can heal. Your mind can restore itself. Cells repair. Memories settle into place. The immune system does its quiet work. Toxins are cleared away. All of this happens without your effort, without your awareness. You simply sleep. And the delta waves, those deep, slow, ancient rhythms, carry you through the night. This is what your brain was made to do, to move through these states, to shift and flow and adapt. From the speed of day to the stillness of night, from beta to alpha, alpha to theta, theta to delta, and then back again. It is a cycle, a rhythm, as natural as breathing. And you are part of it, right now, in this moment, floating on the waves of your own consciousness, safe, quiet, at peace. There is nothing more you need to know, nothing more you need to understand. Just this, just the gentle rise and fall of the waves, just the quiet darkness, just the breath moving in and out of your body. And if you are still awake, still listening, that is okay. You do not have to fall asleep. You can simply rest here, letting the words wash over you, letting the silence between the words hold you. Because even in wakefulness, there can be rest. Even in listening, there can be peace. Your brain waves right now are probably somewhere between alpha and theta, calm but aware, drifting but present. And that is a beautiful place to be, a place where creativity can stir, where insights can arise, where the mind is soft enough to let new thoughts in, but not so busy that it cannot hear them. So stay here as long as you like. There is no rush. No need to move on to the next thing. Just breathe. Just be. Just let the waves move through you. And know that whatever happens next, whether you sleep or stay awake, you are exactly where you need to be. The journey through the brain waves is not really a journey at all. It is simply a returning, a coming home to the rhythms that have always been inside you. From the time you were born, your brain has been making these waves. As a baby, you spent most of your time in delta and theta, deep sleep and dreaming. As you grew, beta and alpha became more prominent, waking and thinking and learning. And throughout your life, the waves have continued to shift, responding to what you need, adapting to your environment, always flowing, always changing. And they will keep flowing for as long as you live, through every day and every night, through stress and calm, through joy and sorrow, through waking and sleeping and dreaming. These waves are the language of your brain, the way it talks to itself, the way it organizes experience and makes meaning and finds rest. And by understanding them, even just a little, you can begin to work with them, to honor them, to create conditions that allow them to flow more naturally. You can dim the lights in the evening to invite alpha. You can step away from screens to let beta ease off. You can create a dark, quiet space for sleep, to make room for delta. You can take breaks during the day to let your brain shift rhythms for a moment. You can practice stillness to strengthen your capacity for alpha and theta. These are not complicated things. They are simple, almost too simple. But simple does not mean easy. Because to do these things, you have to go against the current of modern life. You have to choose slowness in a world that rewards speed. You have to choose rest in a culture that glorifies busyness. You have to choose quiet in an environment that is constantly noisy. But if you can make those choices, even some of the time, your brain will thank you. Your body will thank you. Your whole being will feel restored. Rest now. Good night.